Would you believe it, ladies and gentlemen? A big update about Martin Odegaard, Arsenal's vision from Locatelli to Bruno Guimaraes. Why Locatelli is not where Arsenal are looking at the moment. We've got a confirmation. We could expect or accept this as a confirmation that Arsenal are not looking at Manu Locatelli. Let me tell you in a brief period of time, and of course we're going to also find out Sassuolo CEO is a fraud very soon. So here's the first news about Martin Odegaard. Jose Luis Sanchez, who is a reporter for La Sexta TV, El Chiringuito TV, Radio Marca, and La Razón ES. Now he says that Real Madrid and Carlo Ancelotti want to keep Martin Odegaard, but if he wants to leave, his departure will not be frowned upon. And even according to Defensa Central, Mikel Arteta wants Martin Odegaard at all cost, is what was reported yesterday. This is the update. That totally depends upon Martin Odegaard. If he wants to leave, he can actually leave, and nobody can actually stop his departure at all. So let's see what that means. Also, well, according to Lance Net, they say that the answer Arsenal received after the initial contacts with Bruno Guimaraes was that he is focused on the Olympics and will not discuss his future until his participation in Tokyo ends. That's where Bruno Guimaraes will not at all entertain anything. But here's a very interesting fact. Well, according to reported by GFF and Get French Football News or Football News France, they say that Lyon midfielder Bruno Guimaraes intends to play in the Premier League and La Liga during his career. He says, I always have said to my agents that I dream of playing in England. It is the best league in the world. All the matches are close. So he wants to play. He wants to play in the Premier League. That's the best thing that we can actually have come up with. Also, according to Sergio Santana, Brazilian journalist, he says he's also close to Bruno's people, tells Renato that there's definite interest from Arsenal, but talks are at a very early stage. Nothing will be defined while Bruno is focusing in the Olympics. Moving on, so according to a stat, Bruno Guimaraes is a midfielder who tackles but almost never intercepts. Not just that, he wins the ball back really high up the pitch. That is what makes him a really interesting player. He's got 4.36 tackles per 90. He wins 2.72 out of those 4.36. That's 92% of tackles won. And also, tackles in the defensive third only 1.39, but tackles in the mid third is 2.26 per 90. Tackles in the attacking third 0.72. So that tells a lot about Bruno Guimaraes playing high up the pitch. Also, GFFN news say that not able to confirm an approach from Arsenal at this stage, but about Bruno Guimaraes, but player pushed quite aggressively with Lyon at the start of the window to move to Dortmund on the grounds that they could offer Champions League football, but no serious bid followed from Dortmund. That's where it got all stuck. Well, talking about the reports that are coming out, it looks like Ben White is expected to take on the prestigious number 4 shirt previously worn by Cesc Fabregas and Patrick Vieira, despite it officially is belonging to William Saliba. I don't believe this news because there were contradictory reports that he's going to wear number 18. So that is that about Ben White. Well, he's also, according to Daily Star Sport, he is also set to make his first appearance for Arsenal in Arsenal's friendly against Chelsea at home on Sunday. Most importantly, it looks like Ben White will be announced today. Let's see if that is true or not. We will see about it. Moving on, so here's a big update about the ownership change. If you remember, there was a certain Daniel Ek coming to take over from Stan Kroenke, the Kroenkes, of course, the KSC. Here's the update. According to Charlie White, Daniel Ek is telling friends a twist in a court case concerning Stan Kroenke has increased his chance of landing the club. Kroenke, NFL and the other owners are being sued by the city of St. Louis in a case which could cost over £700 million in compensation. And if Kroenke is forced to find that cash, Arsenal fan Ek is hoping he might succeed with his bid. A judge in the States has ruled he wants to see financial records of NFL team owners, including Kroenke, to rule out fraudulent behavior. Various organizations in St. Louis are now suing the NFL for $1 billion, claiming that the league has violated its own relocation policies. If the NFL is forced to pay up or comes to a settlement, that amount would be put in the direction of Kroenke, who pushed for the LA move. This is where things could go wrong for Kroenke, but that is a big could. Okay? If you want to believe in Ek, it's up to you to believe in Ek. Well, moving on, Chelsea are planning to reduce their demands for Tammy Abraham as £40 million is proving to be too much for the potential buyers, including Arsenal, that has been reported by Duncan Wright. Atletico Madrid are awaiting the outcome of talks between Hector Bellerin's agent and Arsenal about his future and will look to make a move for him. My personal opinion is, if you want some, come get some, bro. Fabrizio Romano on Ruben Neves says, I continue saying that he's in the list for Arsenal, also because the Locatelli deal is getting more complicated, but he's not the main option as of today. We have to consider him as an opportunity, maybe in August. There is nothing imminent, but if it is something to keep an eye on August for both clubs, United and Arsenal. He's not the main option, so they are not negotiating now to sign him immediately, but he could become an option in August. Last option, that to be fair. Moving on is the big update from Conrad Harrison. He had a Q&A, so we're going to relive that moments of Q&A. So he says Crystal Palace have opened talks with Arsenal for Ainsley Maitland-Niles. AD Ward was also at the CPFC training ground today in Copperscope Lane, discussing the move. So the Q&A, one of the question was asked that, will Ben White be Arsenal's number 4? He says, I have no idea. And he was asked what will be the incomings and outgoings by the end of the window. He says outgoings will be Ainsley, Willock, Nelson, Xhaka and Bellerin. So he was also asked who would be likely to be signed, Maddison, Aouar or Odegaard. He says nothing advanced with any, so very hard to say. I just know that Arsenal love Odegaard, so if available, he says Odegaard will be the right guy. He was asked, are Arsenal still going in for Locatelli? He said no. It was a clear-cut no from Conrad Harrison about Manu Locatelli. So I think Arsenal are looking elsewhere now, because they think if someone does not want to come in, to hell with him. Mamma mia, have your pasta and pizza with Juventus. Moving on, the CEO of Sassuolo Carnevale says, tomorrow we will have direct contact with Juventus for Locatelli. He wants to join Juventus. We would be happy to sell Manuel to Juventus, but they did not pay the appropriate fees. Arsenal made a bid to sign him, and also a new English club now in the race. I swear to God, I think yesterday this guy said that there was no bid. Today he's saying that there's a bid. He's playing a game. Carnevale, he's playing a game. He's just wanting Juventus. He's just making sure that Juventus, I mean, it's all because of this lad, this Italian, mamma mia, because of his interest that he wants to go to Juventus. That's the problem. Otherwise, Arsenal would have really wrapped it up with Manu Locatelli, man, by now. But that's the big issue for him. Anyways, with this, I'd like to end this episode. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, cheers, and don't forget to subscribe.